What's up, football fans? From the GoMileHigh.com studios, it's time for another edition of Football Guys TV. I'm your host, Cecil Lammey. Let's talk some football, baby. We'll start in Oakland this week. Running back Darren McFadden, reports coming out of Oakland saying he's set to get the goal line carries this season. Of course, Michael Bush moves on in free agency to the Chicago Bears, and behind him they got Mike Goodson and Tywan Jones. Of course Darren McFadden's going to get the goal line carries. And it's the biggest if in fantasy football, but if this guy stays healthy, we wouldn't be surprised if he finished as the #1 fantasy running back. Now it comes with risk. In 3 years, Darren McFadden's never played more than 13 games. So if you sit there at the 6th, 7th pick, somewhere like that in the first round in a traditional league, sure, you're going to have to pull the trigger on Darren McFadden, but he could pay off for you big time. Let's talk about Stephon Smith from the Carolina Panthers. He's got a foot infection or foot issue. I don't know if it's the gout or an athlete's foot. I don't know what it is, Rob, but we know that he showed up to the Panthers facility on crutches. Now, Twitter was all ablaze because everyone was worried about this injury. The Panthers aren't worried about it. It's really considered minor, and despite him showing up on crutches, we still think that he'll be okay, more than okay, for week 1 and presents tremendous value as you can pick up Steve Smith in the 4th round. Yeah, Darren Sproles, he is the mighty mite, the little guy with a knee injury, going to miss the rest of the preseason, and this has his fantasy stock taken a slight tumble, but it really shouldn't, because if you listen to the Saints, they say if this was the regular season, Darren Sproles would be playing. So the fact that he's missing the preseason really isn't that big of a deal. Yes, a knee issue for a quick twitch guy like Darren Sproles, it's kind of a concern, but we still like Darren Sproles as a top 10 fantasy running back in PPR leagues, and if you can get him in the 3rd round, well, it's just better for you. From the GoMileHigh.com studios, that's a wrap for this week's edition of Football Guys TV. Hey, I want to remind you to check out our free daily newsletter at footballguys.com every morning, right to your inbox. The latest news and notes from around the NFL with comments and opinions from footballguys.com. From my man Rob Wagner, man in the box, get back in that box. I'm Cecil Lammey saying thanks for watching, stay tuned, and stay frosty.